Hello, property managers and board members. My name is Nick Berg. I am the president of CitiScape Property Management. I wanted to make this quick video to bring everybody up to speed about where we are today with the Corporate Transparency Act. You might have heard a little bit about this. There's been a lot of changes, so I think it's good to make sure give an update right now. Um, in full disclosure, I am not an attorney, so anything specific to the Corporate Transparency Act, I do encourage you to speak to your HOA's legal counsel. But high level, the Corporate Transparency Act was passed back in 2021 as part of the Anti-Money Laundering Act. And the intent of the Corporate Transparency Act is to make sure that the government knows, who are the directors associated with particular corporations. So what they don't want to have happen is they want to stomp out these shell companies that don't have a clear person or human associated with it, right? And that corporation is used to funnel money through criminal enterprises or commit fraud or launder money or send it to terrorists or just try to avoid taxes. So they're clearly the government is basically saying if there's a corporation, it doesn't matter if it's a for-profit corporation or a nonprofit corporation, and your homeowners association is a mutual benefit nonprofit corporation, that they know who are the people that are responsible for that corporation. There's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been legal challenges. I will say, this act was passed on a bipartisan basis. The new administration is not shutting it down, unfortunately. It's we would have thought that maybe this administration would want less regulation when it comes to this kind of reporting actions, but they're even taking a stance that they want corporations to be transparent, and they want to know who's behind particular corporations. There's been injunctions that were granted and some that have been struck down. Our industry association filed a lawsuit to try to get a carve out for homeowners associations, arguing that our form of corporation is pretty low risk for nefarious activity. That request for an injunction failed. They're still trying, but again, it's not looking good. So as of today, the Corporate Transparency Act is in effect and does apply to homeowner associations. And the deadline, as of now, is March 21st. Now, it's possible that there will be, legal challenges coming out of left field. It's possible that that deadline will get pushed. We don't know, but this is what we have to work with right now. The penalties. So what if you don't comply? The penalties right now are a daily fine, possible daily fine, assuming they start enforcing it, of $500 a day up to a maximum of $10,000. So there are substantial penalties for noncompliance. So how do you comply how does your community comply with the Corporate Transparency Act? So we have two routes that your community can use. So route number one is you can submit the information directly through the government's website. And I'll share my screen here. So the fincen.gov is the website for submitting what is called beneficial ownership information. It just means the ownership information or the director information for your HOA. And you can go on here and file a report. You would have to collect from your fellow board members their legal name, date of birth, their home address, and get a copy of all of their IDs to be able to fill this out. There is no cost to submit the information this way. Again, it's just that somebody needs to coordinate collection of all the data and upload it. A variation of this that I cannot accommodate, unfortunately, is we can't have your property manager collect your sensitive personal information and copies of your driver's license or your passport, and have that on our email system. We don't want to be responsible for that being leaked out or hacked. So if you guys, if a board wants to go this route and submit it directly, we do need a board member to kind of coordinate and submit it themselves. Okay. Door number 2 is we have our parent company, First Service, has a partnership with a company called the FinCEN Report Company that can facilitate getting all this information, and they will submit it to the government agency. So what will happen is, assuming the board is okay with it, the property manager will upload all the information about the community, put in the names and the email addresses for your board members. So let's say there's 3 board members, they'll upload all the information here. And then in a little bit, each board member will get an email from FinCEN Report asking you to accept the invitation and then to upload all the, your name, your mailing address, your date of birth, and then, of course, upload a copy of your ID. And then when they get all that information, they will, again, submit it to the government and make sure that you're all in compliance with the Corporate Transparency Act. This route does have a cost. There is a $450 cost to do this. That makes up what goes into that is there's a $200 cost for this company, and then also our parent company First Service charges a $250 administrative fee. So that's where the $450 comes. So that is where we stand. Again, some communities want to comply with this as quickly as they can to reduce the risk. There are some communities that have made a decision to hold off until they get closer to the deadline and see if there's more changes and a possible extension or stay on this. Again, that is a decision for each community, but we just wanted to make sure that everybody understands where we are and the options available to you. Thank you so much. Take care.